What is it like to live without eyesight?
Well, it's kind of hard because a lot of people around you don't understand. And when it's very likely that when people don't understand, they'll try to run away because they want to just have simple lives. I'm blind, but I'm still human. I'm not that different. It's strange. Is it me who can't see that's the problem, or you can't handle it? And I mean, why can't you? I'm just the same.
Welcome to SBSK. Join me as I travel around the world and interview individuals living with a condition to prove no matter how you communicate or what obstacles you face, you're always deserving of love and acceptance. So without hesitation, let's meet today's friend. What do I need to know when I'm interacting with somebody who's visually impaired?
Just be aware of how they can't see how many fingers. That might insult them.
Do people say that? How many fingers am I holding up?
Yes, they do. It's kind of annoying.
Do you fear how other people see you?
I do. Because, I want them to see that I'm normal. I want to fit in. I used to go to special needs school. I don't want to be special needs.
What do you want to be?
I just want to be able to be like everyone else. I can sort of understand things like everyone. I don't want to be excluded.
She has thoughts and feelings that some people don't even acknowledge. They just think, Annie's just there. She's a incredibly intuitive young lady who has some brilliant thoughts in her mind that if people just listened would probably enrich their own lives because of it.
I used to also have issues, like I'd speak too much. I sometimes look up and wave my head side to side like that, but it's only because it stims my eyes.
Would you mind demonstrating so people can see what it looks like? Why do you do that?
Apparently it stims the eyes, the light, which when I do it.
Does it feel good?
It does. And it's like sometimes my eyes are constantly moving because of the light. They can't stay still.
What's the most important thing your mom's taught you?
That I'm not changing myself. I'm changing some characteristics, but it's not changing who I am. I understand it was to help teach me stuff to solve some of the issues, like talking too much and facial expressions. But still, I felt very excluded. Kind of learned how to react differently. It's like I'm now so afraid of overreacting that I underreact.
So you have a lot of stuff going through your mind, but you don't show it a lot.
No, I don't exactly.
Why not?
Well, I've learned to sort of close it from the special needs school I went to. I'm not blaming it on them, but I've gotten I realize there are people around me. I gotta be aware of what I'm doing. I wish people knew that I'm just the same as them. I might have some issues, but don't we all? I have fears though too about trying to fit in like everyone else. It was very tough to do a lot of the things that I learned, but I learned them.
Are you grateful you learned them?
I am, but it changed me a lot, and that's one thing I still have trouble not understanding or dealing with, but actually dealing with sort of the curiosity. What would I have been if I wasn't like this?
How long did it take you to learn to be such a great self-advocate?
Honestly, it took me a pretty long time, but I worked on it this past summer in a life skills program for blind and visually impaired kids. I used to be, and sometimes still am, very quiet.
Why is that?
And because I'm a little shy and maybe afraid to speak, to have my voice heard. to say something and slip up in the wrong place or have the wrong meeting.
Tell me about your cane. When you're using it, do you want other people to come and help you, or can you figure it out yourself?
Well, sometimes I need help to figure it out, and people do come and offer. I'm kind of having trouble knowing when to ask yes and when to not, because it's like, I understand. My parents say, do it, it's a way to be social. But on the other hand, my teachers say, don't do it, it's a way to be independent. It's conflicting. But I understand both reasons.
What's it like having two different people tell you two different things?
Oh, it's hard. It really is. But I can understand both sides.
How would you describe your mom?
I would there are many ways to describe her. She's, I definitely would say smart. She's, considerate, understanding, and, it's kind of pressuring.
What's your biggest fear?
Besides everything socially, I'd say the biggest fear would be of anything medical, probably. More specifically oncologists, because of my experience with cancer.
How would you describe your daughter?
Oh, well, that's easy because I gave Annie initials a long time ago, and they were ABWT, adorable, beautiful, wonderful, and talented. And we've added ETC because she's everything. She's amazing.
Thanks.
She's inspirational. She's brilliant.
Thanks,
She's friendly.
Mom.
She's got the most incredible attitude of anybody I've ever met. And she keeps getting whomped with more issues and more issues and smiles.
Thanks, Mom. I have multiple brain tumors. At least one of them located near the optic nerve, which is already pale. Eliminating a majority of the vision I had.
Were you born blind?
We actually do not know 100%. The doctors would assume so. I wasn't diagnosed though until I was 3. And it wasn't as bad then as it is now.
If I see you on the street and I want to say hi, I'm like, oh, it's my old friend Annie.
Well,
Do I just run up and give you a hug?
No, and in fact, it's something we're trying to teach some people. They have to say, hi, Annie, it's so-and-so. Or they can just say hi, and if I would know them well enough, I'd be able to recognize their voice.
She had a trip from school, and her teachers called up and said, what should we tell the girls in her room that she's sharing with about Annie? And I said, well, first of all, you tell them that she's got a shadow who's going to help her with all the basic needs. I said, and she loves modern music, and she reads books, and she watches TV, and she loves going to the movies, and she loves chatting with her friends. She is the same kid as any other kid.
Would you describe yourself as a happy person, a sad person?
Well, personally, I try to look on the optimistic side of things. So mainly I'd say I'm a happy person. Sometimes I have my depressing thoughts, but honestly all teens do.
Many kids put her up on a pedestal, like, oh my God, Annie can do this, I can do this too. And I'm like, Annie's just like you. She's no different. Take her off the pedestal. She's a person. Treat her like a friend you would want to, you would treat your friends. Don't treat her like this special person and this special human being. She's like everyone else.
I am not a fan of that pedestal. My mother's very amazing, and she's taught me a lot, to do a lot, how to live a little more. And that's really something I've liked. She's helping me explore how to balance between incredibly self-aware and strict and not being afraid to do anything.
If somebody wants to be your friend, what do they need to do?
Well, they would probably need to be understanding and just be able to treat me like they would treat other friends.
That's it?
Well, yeah, I mean, like they would need to treat me like they would treat their other friends, but also understand, like, the different things, but not make a whole big deal about it.
That's a great answer.
I'm not that different, so it wouldn't be hard.
Thanks for watching SBSK. We believe the world is a better place when everyone takes the time to understand one another. If you want to be part of the community of people who believe that, click the big yellow SBSK button to subscribe. Thank you, and see you next time.